Hello, everybody. Good morning. Jeff here from the church backyard. The birds are chirping. You'll probably hear the roosters crowing next door. On occasion, I like to send out videos in just a couple minutes long and share with you what's happening, has happened, and will happen in the church. And so I wanted to do that. And so this last year's been hard for so many of us. It's been hard for me. I've really fought through depression and discouragement, just with so much change in my personal life, losses I've experienced, and then looking at the church, looking at how much the church has changed. We had one of our speakers brought his adopted son from Ukraine 2 weeks ago, and I was talking to Vlad afterwards at lunch, and brilliant young man, and in his with his thick Russian accent, as we were talking about the church and reflecting on the service, he said to me, "It's obvious that you care tremendously for these people," and I really, that was a real encouragement to me, because I do, and I think that's why my heart has hurt, is things have changed so much. But I say that to say, I feel like I have experienced just a freshness in the last few months as I've seen what God's doing in the church. And so I want to just highlight some of that. We had an awesome VBS. We've had some wonderful, wonderful guest speakers in the last several weeks. And something else I've noticed is just we're having a lot of new folks coming into the church. I think we had like 15 or 20 visitors last Sunday. And they had good experiences with God, and they had good experiences, and they felt embraced by our church family. So these are all good things as we head into the summer and into the fall. I'm excited. We have a number of neat things coming up. We have a lot of church events, our outreaches. We're getting back into the mission. We're doing our dry goods pantry. We have a blood drive coming up. We have a lot of community-focused events for us to get to know one another as we regather, camping trips. We have game night. We have a church picnic coming up, and a number of other things. And then going forward, just I wanted to mention, as I've prayed and really prayed fervently, in this time, and in 21 years now as a pastor, I think this is some of the foggiest times I've ever gone through. So I've been praying and praying and praying, as I often do, as I ask for God's, what is your heart for this church, like for Vineyard Community Church in this season, summer, fall 2021. What are you doing? What do you want to say? And I prayed and prayed, and I really have felt the Lord just giving me a laser focus to teach us through the value of community, the value of gathering, the value of assembling. And so we're going to launch into a series of messages starting next week, and it'll last several months. And I'm titling it, I think, working on the title, but it's going to be something like, "When the Church Gathered, We blank. What did we do?" And man, my first experience with church was just so incredible. I remember walking in at age 19, had not gone to church, and it was just like a battering ram just hit me in the heart. All these things that happened, people loving each other and giving each other, money and cars and stuff, and finding each other jobs, and having meals together, and the singing and the teaching and the prayer, and people, it was just wonderful. And so as I look at the scripture, I'm going to be teaching through all the wonderful things that happen, the promises, as we do this sacred thing that is called assembly, that we experience all these wonderful things, and God shows up and does great stuff. So I'm excited about that, and I think you will be too. It's a privilege to serve with you, to serve Jesus with you, and to serve you as a pastor. And I hope this finds you well. Look forward to seeing you this summer, fall. God bless you. I'm praying for his peace and his life in your life today. Hope to see you soon.